Hi, I'm Kay Thompson, and welcome to the Creed Pannell Library for Entrepreneurs. I'm so excited to be here at this wonderful location in Fayetteville. You know, Creed Pannell has been in business for over 45 years, a phenomenal name in business who's helped so many entrepreneurs. But listen, he is retiring, right? 45 years of leaving a great legacy. And so now he has the Creed Pannell Library here to help entrepreneurs, the young, the old, the high school, the teenagers, to come and pour into them, to help them to learn entrepreneurial guidance, to be guided and led by himself and others like him. And so he is here available in this space to be able to empower the next generation. He wants to leave a legacy for those in the future and to help you right now. If you're in business right now and you need help, come check out the Creed Pannell Library. And I'm so excited to be able to interview our guest today, Charles Mitchell, an entrepreneur, a former boxer, and a great man. And he's going to talk to us for a moment about his legacy and some of the things that he's done in his life and what he's doing and his connection here with the Creed Pannell Library. Hello, Charles. How you doing?
I'm fine. Hello. How you doing today?
It's great to have you today.
Great to be here.
Okay. I was definitely talking with you earlier, and you've got a great story. You're from Alabama?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you went to Auburn?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Okay. Tell us about your journey, where you grew up, because you've got a great story to tell.
Grew up down in the country in Alabama, grew up on a hog farm, and I knew that's what I didn't want to be there. And so basketball and academics led me to Auburn, even though it was a crazy journey having to go to junior college for a year because of they didn't really tell us about what we needed to get to Auburn.
Okay.
So had to go to junior college to get my academics right. And, graduated from there with a Bachelor of Science in Industrial Engineering. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you said a Bachelor of Science in Industrial Engineering.
Yes,
now, we're not going to glaze over that one. It's not like you did art like me.
Yes,
You're talking some hardcore
science
and industrial engineering,
yes,
things that, are not always the number one thing that people choose. They're very challenging. You have to have great acumen, a great understanding of that role. And so talk to us for a minute about that, because you went to Auburn. They didn't prep you in high school. You didn't have college prep classes, right?
Ma'am.
So you basically were on your own.
Yes, ma'am, pretty much, except for my mama had the foresight. My mom only graduated high school.
Okay.
So she had the foresight to keep me busy.
Yeah.
Just like when I was like 14 years old, she made me go to school for carpentry. So I got a certificate in carpentry. While I was in the carpentry class, they taught me AutoCAD and how to do stuff on architectural, so people down home think that I went to school on a basketball scholarship, but I actually didn't. I went on an academic scholarship.
On an academic.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I know what it's like to grow up. I had a scholar athlete brother who was just a genius, in the mind, but they're great athletes too. A lot of times you find these people that are very, very intelligent, that have high IQs, they're also great athletes too.
Yes, ma'am.
Because what you did is you took that degree, but you did a 180 turn and went into boxing.
Yes, ma'am. Just was in the right place at the right time. Just met a guy, and he come over here a lot.
Okay.
Also, but that's how I've been all my life, just meeting people, making connections, and it's just like, okay, instead of doing this, I'll do this.
Okay.
Because they was talking about, hey, you finna make millions.
Yeah.
But I was older, so it was just like the millions went there, but I made a great living out of it.
Okay, and you did this for 15 years.
Yes,
now
ma'am.
talk about this sparring for a minute, because I think, it's fascinating to me, because I was, when I was married, my late husband and I, he was a boxing fan, so we were watching all of the HBO fights.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, we were in the days of Mayweather, and the Klitschko brothers,
yes,
and all of those fighters. And you've sparred some great boxers. Tell us about those that you've connected with.
Well, I done sparred some of the greatest, at the time that I was fighting, and it's just like, they just regular people. They take us out to eat. They want to have lunch with us. Even the Klitschko brothers wanted us to stay at the house with them and stuff. But the next morning we got to get up and we got to,
do your job, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
But right afterwards, we would go have dinner together, and that's most of the guys that I inspired. Like I was downtown with Yahya McClain. You might not have heard of him, but he's Layla Ali's former husband, and we would go down there, and he would have dinner catered in and stuff a lot of times when we were there.
Okay.
So yes, ma'am.
Wow, I love it. I love it. And so from that though, now tell us what you're doing now.
Well, I'm an industrial engineer for the union now.
Okay.
And plus a union rep. So I talk to people about the union standards that should be met, and all that stuff. So.
Okay, and was that part of what you were doing at Auburn? Did you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but you had a gap of 15 years.
Yes, ma'am.
So how did you get back into that after, all that time?
Just met someone who said, hey, since you got this degree, you should do this. Yeah. It's the same thing.
Okay.
But you don't have to have a degree to do it, because they have a apprenticeship program.
Okay.
That, somebody that's walking in off the streets can come in, get these great benefits, and make a lot of money and stuff at the same time.
And when you say apprenticeship, I mean, in a sense, that's what's happening here at the
Yes,
library.
Ma'am.
Entrepreneurs, if you've been doing things for years, you may have studied something in college, or even, centered on something in high school, and you maybe didn't get to practice it when you got out. Because I know when I was in college, I did art history. I was that one. And but I didn't. I had to be groomed in some other areas, because by the time I got out, I did sculpture, and what was really in was graphic design. That's when graphic design was really, really big. When the only way you could get in graphics was you had to have an Apple computer. It was no, there was no Photoshop on PC. So I'm telling my age, right? But that took a transition. So I had someone groom me. I had people that believed in me.
Yes, ma'am.
And they were able to help train me, and I became this graphic designer, working with all types of people, creating all types of designs and websites and all of this. And so that's what basically somebody said, listen, we know you've got this innate quality. We know you've got this skill, right? And we're going to come and we're going to go ahead and just move you into what you were meant to do, yes, right? Ma'am. And so that's what's happening here. So tell us about your role here.
So that's what happened to me all my life. Somebody has met me, saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. And just like Mr. Creed, he sees something in me, even though I go and we don't talk for 5 years, and phone call will happen, and I'm here today because of that. Mr. Creed has always seen something in me that I didn't see in myself, because I'm able to talk to people and build relationships, and that's one of his major things. Is building these relationships with people. No matter what you're doing, you never know where it may lead you in the future.
And how did you meet Mr. Pannell?
Was out one day doing something I shouldn't have been doing.
Really?
One day, yes, ma'am.
You were out doing something you should have been doing.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh man, boxing outside of the ring.
Yeah. So he changed my life. Just always taught me to treat people with respect, because there were a lot of times like I would have walked past you, wouldn't have said nothing to you. Like probably wouldn't even spoke, maybe just throwing my hand up and stuff. But then having a conversation with people, just like we were on a job maybe like 3 months ago, and there was a lady, she was part of safety, and she just had this mean attitude, part of safety for the Postal Service.
Sure.
And she had to come talk to me.
Okay.
So I'm like, we talking and stuff, and I was like, are you from around here? And she was like, no, I'm from Alabama. What? So her whole demeanor changed when I told her I was from Alabama. Look, I'm just a country boy that, got a little sense. And so her whole demeanor changed. Then it changed the dynamic that we had with the Postal Service.
Yeah. And he's just, Mr. Pannell, he's just talking about basic things, just like being nice to people.
Yes, ma'am.
Treating people with respect, and some people say, you have to earn respect, but you can actually give respect. Somebody doesn't have to earn it. I can respect you now. If you want me, you can do things to diminish it, but I can give respect to someone who doesn't necessarily respect me.
Yes, ma'am.
And I think he's one of those people. His legacy is so great, and he's able to pour in people, no matter who it is, black, white, Hispanic, Asian. He has a large array, a large number of friends and people that he's connected with, and it just shows the type of person that he is. And I think we should all aspire to that. Everybody should come to the Creed Library.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you will just be empowered. I know that through the years it has helped me as well to be a better entrepreneur.
Yes, ma'am.
I've met many people at many of his events, and just looking forward to the future. So what do you see as your role here? How do you see yourself empowering others? Well, first, if someone was interested in getting into industrial engineering,
Yes, ma'am.
tell us a little bit about what that is, and give the listeners an idea about if that's something they're wanting to do, what they might want to look out for.
Well, one of the things that we do is like we have talent. You know, we go to high schools and everything. We talk to those, but I also try to talk to the people that I meet every day. You know, they don't tell us this.
Yeah.
You know, they keep it to themselves, because even being a kid in Alabama, you would see guys and they would be like, they have the new truck, wife don't work, but she got a new van, the kids, new home. How do we get that?
Yeah.
And they didn't want to tell you. So when I got in, you know, through someone else, I try to share it with everybody. You know, this is what you do. The benefits are awesome. Mm-hmm. You know, the pay is awesome. Retirement, they try to set you up with $1.5 million when you get ready to retire after 30 years and stuff. So you make like $800 a week just for retirement. Okay. You know, wow. So.
There's many benefits to that.
Yes, ma'am. But there are so many different unions. Like I was sharing with Mr. Creed, you got the Carpenters Union, you got the IBEW, another engineer, and it's the operating engineers, and the Teamsters, all like within 10 miles. Okay. You know, wow. And our guys don't know about it. You know, I was talking to one guy one day, and he drive trucks down here in Fayetteville, matter of fact. And he said he made like $600 a week. Okay. And I was telling him about the Teamsters. Sure. He was like, man, I drive past there all the time. I didn't know what it was. It say local or something. I was like, yeah, because you never went in and inquired. Right. You know, but I know about all this stuff just by being a union rep, having to see all these guys, and you know, at conferences and stuff like that. And yeah, so I share it with everybody.
You share it, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I mean, why not make some more?
Yes,
you know,
ma'am.
be able to connect with people. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, well, I don't like nobody controlling me." But hey, you know, sometimes it's not about control. It's about standing behind you and being on your side. Someone to have a voice and an advocate for people, right?
And that's what I do
right.
in the union and stuff. So we have things that are called stewards. So on the job, I'm the steward. So it's just like if you are an employee of the company and you feel that something is not right, you don't go directly to the company. Sure. You come to me, you be like, hey, Charles, because my voice is going to they'll hear my voice stronger than they'll hear yours. Right. So you come to me, we'll have a discussion, and if it's warranted, we finna go talk to the company about it. One of the things that I say about that is if you're gonna be an entrepreneur, a lot of times it's just like you gotta come up with the money to make your business go.
You do. A
lot of people think, you know, just by Mr. Creed being here, oh, he's gonna help me grow my business. Yeah. But you haven't even helped yourself grow your business.
Oh, you got to invest in yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. And a lot of people they won't even do that because they're thinking that everything is supposed to come for free and everything is going to be handed to you. But you got to have money to start these businesses.
You do. Yep. Some people, you may have to get a loan. I mean, no, people don't want to be in debt, but hey, sometimes it takes, you know, doing some of these things in order to get jump started. I mean, so yeah, definitely. That is one of the things that people can learn here.
Yes, ma'am.
Just the basic business 101. Yep. How to conduct yourself in business, then how to network, because networking is definitely, you got to network. You've got to have people that you connect with. Because you want people to come and patronize your business.
Yes, ma'am.
But if you don't treat them right, if you're mean and nasty, if you're a Grinch,
yes, ma'am.
You know, that's not going to happen. So, oh God, that is great. You know, as I was talking to you, I'm looking at your shirt. I didn't notice it before. Is that the Eagles?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm from Jersey. You know, You're a big Eagles fan?
No, Jalen Hurts.
Oh,
Jalen
okay.
Hurts, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I like individual players on teams and stuff,
Okay.
not necessarily the team.
The whole team,
Yeah.
just the individuals.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay. Yeah, they were saying about Trey Young, you know, he's like great, but the team
Yeah.
is really not doing well. But he's great, right?
So to me, like Auburn, War Eagle all the way.
Okay.
But there's like a lot of Alabama players I like.
Sure.
A.J. McCarron was there, and A.J. was with the Falcons for a while.
Okay.
Didn't like A.J., you know, but there was a story of him and this little black girl that he met at the Children's Hospital over in Birmingham. He adopted this girl to be his sister, and he takes care of her. So that made me like A.J., so I bought an Alabama hat and a shirt and stuff like that. And people were like, why are you wearing that out? No, I'm wearing A.J.'s hat and his shirt, you know, so yes, ma'am.
All right, that makes sense. But again, you just confirmed what we were talking about, which is when people do things that are noteworthy, they're morally right, they're kind, because you can be morally right and kind in business. You can leave a legacy, which is what the gentleman you said did by adopting someone he didn't even know.
Yes, ma'am.
That stands out to me more than anything else, is the kindness and the gentleness. Even during the holiday season, when they're having a lot of these toy drives or they're having a lot of these events, you're looking at how people are putting their names on the line. They listen, we need X amount of toys, or we need you to do this, or we need to do that. And we've got this incentive going, we've got this thing going, and we want to be able to bless those. So entrepreneurship is a great thing to do. It's even part of the beloved community of Martin Luther King, because Martin Luther King, he said one of the ways to be able to create that beloved community is to increase entrepreneurship in the community. So we definitely thank Creed Pannell for what he's done. Is there anything else you want to add at this time?
No, ma'am. I just think that everybody in the community who want to start a business or who has a business that's not even growing, you know, come and talk to Mr. Creed to see if there's anything that he can help you with, because the network of people he might not know what you have going on, per se, just like you may own a convenience store.
Sure.
He might not know anything about convenience stores, but I guarantee you there's somebody he knows about this convenience store and the business of it.
He said, I guarantee you, Creed knows.
Yeah.
He knows people, you know, and he will definitely connect you. He's connected me. He's connected many people I know. He will connect you because he knows people in just about every industry. And so you need to come out to the Creed Library and definitely be empowered. We're here in Fayetteville. Check us out. Thank you, Charles, so much for being a part of this interview. We really appreciate you sharing your story with us.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.